Greetings, one and all, and welcome to Taco Tuesday here on Mornings of Mischief. I'm your host, Stone Loki. Good morning, everybody. To rearrange there for a second. Good morning. How's everybody out there doing? What is up? The lady, Arwen Avalon, is here. Project Cambrian is here. Chris Persia, the Wrench of Wrenches. Walter Tomoscu is here. The Mad Doctor, Adega Outlaw, is here. What is up? Good morning. Tyrannus Cygnus is here. Good morning, Tyrannus. Sci-Fi Mumbi is here. What is up, brother? DJ Ronnie G, the DJ of DJs. What is up, brother? He's not a real DJ, but he is a DJ. Good morning, my friend. How are you doing? The Wicked Wrench of the East. Project Storytime is here. Puddle Jumper, what's up? Good morning. Jill Powers, the River Daughter, is here. Good morning. The Cotton Man himself. Cotton Ministries, the leader of the Cotton Ministries. What is up, Cotton? Good morning. How are you doing? My Muppet from another puppet shellback, TJC, is here. What is up, brother? Andy Masterson, brother. Have a good one. Keep kicking ass, taking names, doing what you do, brother. I got you right back there. We're going to open that bad boy up and set it up and have like Mike coming out the window and hang in there. We're going to figure that out. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. It's good to see you. Good to see what crazy ass times we live in, isn't it? Isn't it? Holy shit. Juliet, good morning. Good to see you. Olds Gamer 72 Cutlass. What is up, brother? Good to see you. Good morning, everybody. Chris Perch of the Wrench of Wrenches is here. Gun Bunny and Shockwave are watching. What is up? Good morning, you two. How are you doing? Hopefully you two are doing well. My brother Psycho Dwarf 9 is in the house. What is up? Keely Chow. Roll Tide, brother. Roll Tide. Good to see you. Good to see you. My favorite polar bear on YouTube. Snortapoop Scuber. What is up, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome. Welcome. Good morning, everybody. Get your coffee ready. Get your stuff going. What is up? Liam's The Rebellion Corner. Enjoy your stream. I have something else to do. Laters. Well, enjoy whatever you're doing there. Good morning. All right. What is up, guys? How are y'all doing on this fine Taco Tuesday? The Taco Tuesday that never skips. Except Mexican Iron Man skipping through the window when he goes through the window. What is up, guys? Good morning. Crazy shit going on. Crazy shit. If you thought all the craziness and the blind leading them, the idiots was over, think again. Because holy crap, man. Holy crap. Good morning, Jester of Sin. What is up? Good to see you. Good to see you, brother. I'm gonna pull this up because, well, how about this? I'll tell a story really quick before we kind of get going, because that has a lot to do with the craziness and the crazy shit that is going on. So a couple years ago, I got the opportunity to speak with a pretty big guy in movies and TV. At least, I believe he's a pretty big guy. This is an actor that's got chops. He's got years under his belt. And I was honored to get to be included in this conversation. About halfway through, Orange Man Bad comes up, right? Orange Man Bad comes up. Donald Trump. And we can't let, and this went on for 10, 15 minutes and got cut out of the final product. Wasn't my show. So, and I didn't disagree with it. I was like, who wants to listen go off for 10 minutes in TDS mode? Talked about the end of the world and how Orange Man Bad, Donald J. Trump, was going to bring about the end of the world, and can't let him ever get back in because it's too much of a risk, because there's not enough people to carry things over and live on if something happened to the world. Something happened, everybody gets wiped out. There's not enough people to carry on and teach future generations. This is what you do and this is what you don't do. And it's funny because they'd rather burn it all down than be wrong. Believe me, they would rather burn it all down than be wrong about the assumptions and the bullshit that they've talked about. And now we get shit like this. And I'm like, how bad do you want to, how bad do you want it to be? How bad do you want it to be? This is what they wanted. This is the end of the world. This is what they want. This is what they want. And they'll do it in everything you love because they'd rather burn shit down than not be in charge of it. Your DEI, trillions of dollars. I'm going to tell you something. It took us 200 years. It took the US 200 years to become $12 trillion in debt. In 4 years, we've added 12 trillion, not billion, not million, trillion to that number. We've added 12 in 4 years. Took us 200 years to add 12. And now in 4 years, we've added another 12. Imagine that. Do you know what they've spent that shit on? They've spent that shit on war. They've spent that shit on DEI because it's supposed to be a $1 trillion business, ladies and gentlemen. All this shit that is going on, and then this happened. That's a hell of a lot of dough, Arwin Avalon says. That is a hell of a lot of dough. Buddy, that ain't just money. That's a hell of a lot of dough. That was in a James Bond movie. Dare you to tell me which one? Oh, good buddy. That's a hell of a lot of dough. And this is where we're at. This is what we're doing. This is what we're just like, yeah, sure, go ahead. The guy's not even in office yet. And this is what they do. We'll fire long range American weapons into Russia, which they've already said, if you do this, we're going to respond with nukes, which they signed into law, by the way. So they signed into law. Ukraine fired 6 U.S.-made ATACMSs at Russia's Bryansk region. Russia's defense ministry said Tuesday, days after U.S. President Joe Biden eased restrictions on Ukraine use of American-made weapons in the war that has reached its 1,000-day milestone. Does this motherfucker even know? That's the question that's rolling around. This is where you are at. This is the level of dumb leading stupid. This isn't just Dumb and Dumber, okay? It's not Dumb and Cackles. It's Dumber and Dumbest. That is what it is. It is Dumber and Dumbest. Somewhere the hyena is cackling, happy as can be, and Joe has no idea what's going on because he's in the Amazon and he's like, I'm here to try the Amazon ice cream. I'm here to blah, 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 yada, 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 yeah. And walks off into the rainforest and you're like, what the shit is going on? Oh, well, I'll tell you exactly what's going on. This horse shit that you see on your screen, Ukraine claimed it hit a military weapons depot in Bryansk in the middle of the night, though it didn't specify what weapons it used. The Ukrainian General Staff said that multiple explosions and detonations were heard in the targeted area. The statement carried by Russian news agencies. The Russian Defense Military said the military shot down 5 Army tactical missile systems, also known as ATACMs, and damaged 1 more. The fragments fell in the territory of an unspecified military facility. The ministry said the falling debris sparked a fire but didn't inflict any damage or casualties. Neither side's claims could be independently verified. The announcement came after good old Joe, good old Joey, authorized Ukraine to use U.S.-supplied missiles to strike deeper into Russia, easing limitations on the longer-range weapons after Russia deployed thousands of North Korea troops in the conflict. Now, do you think this is going to de-escalate anything? Does this sound like anybody is like, hey, you know what? We need to sit down. We need to work something out. We need to talk about this. There's only one son of a bitch that's doing that. And it's your orange man bad that you said was going to belay everything. That's what you said. You said World War III is coming and it's going to be started by the orange man bad. Well, that's not what I'm seeing. That's not what I'm looking at. What I'm looking at is a buffet table of nuclear weapons. That's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a buffet table full of nukes from every country. Does anybody here know what MAD is? Anybody? Anybody? I'll wait. Anybody know? Anybody know what MAD is? MAD is mutually assured destruction. Okay? What it is designed to do is prevent the world from nuking itself. But it does that through the threat of the world nuking itself. It does that by threatening to end everything if anybody starts any shit. All it takes is one. That's all it takes is one. One some bitch loads one in the chamber and fires it, and then everybody loads theirs in the chamber and fires it. This is what this is where we are going. This is what we are walking towards. Mutually assured destruction, blank, which Loki is our champion. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Mike. It's escalating things to a pressure point where it might be too late to stop. And you know what? They will burn everything down before handing it over peacefully. That's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. Canadian survivors said, you'll be safe at Fort Winters in Canada, just in case. Welcome, Mexican Iron Man. Do I even still? Oh, yes, I did.
Welcome, Mexican Iron Man.
They'd rather burn down entertainment. They'd rather burn down the video game industry. They would rather burn down the economy. And now people are surprised that these fucks are going to burn down the world to get what they want. I don't think so. Earlier on Tuesday, Ukrainian officials reported a third Russian strike in 3 days on a civilian residential area in Ukraine, killed at least 12 people, including a child. This is what they're going to use as precedents to do this. The strike by a Shahad drone in the northern Sumy region late Monday hit a dormitory of an educational facility. Oh, you mean a school? Why don't you just say that? The dormitory of a school. Is it not a school? Or is it something else? And wounded 11 others, including 2 children, adding that more people could be trapped under the rubble. Ukrainian civilians have repeatedly been clobbered by Russian drones and missiles during the war, and they've shot that back. They've blown up all kinds of shit. So don't act like this is just one way. On the battlefield is under severe Russian pressure at places on about 1,000-kilometer front line where its army is stretched thin against a bigger adversary. You know what you do? You get in there and you say, enough is enough. That's all I can do is say no. You either go to the table and you talk, or you're on your own. And if Ukraine wants to go on its own, let it go on its own. Let other people take care of this problem. That's it. You just escalated things just after saying, we hope that there is a peaceful way to talk about this with the Russians. We talked to the Orange Man, and he's not as bad as I was led to believe by the Sleepy Joe. He's not as bad as I think, and maybe we can cut the deal. And then suddenly, what, a week later, he's like, fire everything. Huh. 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 Do you think this is going to increase your bargaining at the table? Or do you think this is just going to piss them off? Hmm? Now, are the North Koreans supposed to be involved with this? No, absolutely freaking not. We know they are. But we're not supposed to be involved in this either, and we are. That's just the way it is. Call it whatever you want. We've had our nose in the middle of this since day one. And we've been told that it's everybody else's fault but theirs. So it's everybody else's fault. Hundreds of billions of dollars. Do you know they did a thing the other day? You could buy every homeless vet in the United States, veteran, mind you. Every homeless vet out there could have a house. And we're not just talking about, any house. We're talking about $300,000-$400,000 house. Tomorrow, if they had spent the money they spent on this on our vets. Every one of them a $300,000-$400,000 house instead of this. Snowdog, what's up, brother? Sco and Tuck and Row. What is up? Good morning. Which drags everyone else into this. Project Cambrian's got it. He knows what's up. Pacific 414 has got it. He knows what's up. We should have never been involved in the first freaking place. Bodega Outlaw, words of wisdom from the Mad Doctor. If anyone still believes it's a right versus left thing, I can't help you. This is good versus evil. It's that simple. We're supposed to be the ists, the obes, the Yahtzees, the warmongers, the blah, blah, blah. Sure doesn't look like that shit to me. All you blue-haired Karen weirdos out there, you wanted this, you got it. Oh, we have to stand with the Canis, the Ukrainians. We'll call them the Karen, the you Karens. We have to stand with the you Karens because Trump's Putin's bitch. We've got to show him. Sure doesn't look like that way to me. It sure looks like you've gone over there, you picked a fight, and now they're about to pull out the really big stick. He's going to pull out the really big stick. And he has no qualms about using it. And he doesn't have anybody there to go, no, please don't. And you know what? I don't think we do. I don't think we do right now either. I don't think we do right now either. That's it. This is what you asked for. This is what you wanted. This has been your driving force for 4 years to waste $12 trillion. If this is what you believe is good for everybody, if you woke up this morning and you were like, yay, you're a fucking moron. You heard me say it. If you woke up clapping, oh, it's going to be so good, you get to go first. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think you're going to go first. I think you're going to hide. I think you're going to hide behind bullshit. You go, I'm not this, that, and the other. I can't, blah, blah, blah. I think you'd hide like a little bitch when the shit really starts. And to go back to what I was saying when I started this, to go back with my story, that was the idea. We have to have all of these things in place so that civilization can begin again. What, like freaking Fallout? Even if you could do that, which you can't. Did anybody see the celebrity shelter thing that was going to be buried underground? That was going to have all this stuff. Celebrity bunker. Give me just a second. Celebrity, because I dug into all of this when they were like, we have to do this, we have to do that, we have to blah blah blah. And I was like, you think you're going to be the ones teaching a new world? Bunkers by billionaires. That's what they call it. Bunkers by billionaires. Bunkers by billionaires. You think that's the way it's going to be? The rich just dive into their little hobbit holes and play footsie for a couple of thousand years until the earth dries out again? Guess what? It ain't going to work. Everybody's going to go. Everybody. Why? Because there's going to be no sun. There's going to be nothing. There's going to be nothing that you're going to be able to go up there and be like, oh, it's all gone. Yay, me. I get to wash everything off and we get to start over the way we want to. No, it's everybody's gone. Why do you think Elon is pushing so hard to get SpaceX up to the point where they're like, we're going to Mars, we're going to Jupiter, we're going to all these other planets, we're going to all these other places? Because he sees it coming and he knows exactly what they want to do. And guess what? It's not going to work because the earth is just going to be a dried up shoe at that point. A ball of dirt. A dead ball of dirt. Why? Because all that's going to be left is cockroaches. That's it. That's all you got. Cockroaches. And some nerdy sons of bitches for maybe a decade or two until they run out of food, run out of water, run out of everything they need. And then that's it. Great plan, guys. Bunkers for billionaires. Survivalist bunkers made by billionaires for millionaires. They are investing millions in survival strategies. Absolute nutbags. There is a guy who built a bunker under his house in like North Dakota that set up like the fireplace from Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And while that, is cool and all, you got your little secret bunker behind your fireplace. Really? This is where we're going. We'll be okay. We'll come out and we'll teach the next generation. No. No. You want to know why? No, because you won't have the food. You won't have the resources. And you're betting that some kind of underground water facility won't be completely screwed by radiation seeping through the ground. That's what you believe. Because all it does, all it needs is a water supply. That's it. And you're toast. You're locked in your little hole. You can't get out. And all you have is the radiated water you've got to drink. But Loki, you can do this. You will run out of shit before that is clean. You will run out of all the shit you stockpiled before you can go out and breathe the air again without dying and it melting your lungs. This is the dumbest shit you could want. And they're sitting there. Oh, brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Well, what do you suggest, Loki? That they just lay over? No, I suggest that this shit had never happened in the first place. That's not going to happen. I would have suggested you brought in that knows someone that knows how to deal with them and work this shit out and end it. But you didn't want to do that, did you? Because Ukraine's your little Munderlawn you're eating pit. You don't want anybody getting up on your shit. The same place your ass went and said, well, you see, unless they fire the investigator, they aren't getting any of these billions of dollars for help. And what did Ukraine do? They fired the investigator that was investigating Hunter Biden. This is what you wanted. 4 years of this shit. January 20 can't come close enough. Can't come quick enough. We need it now. And it can't come quick enough. Why? Because they want to set everything on fire and burn it all down. Snacks and friends, good morning. I wake up this morning, I see this shit, I'm just like, what did you expect? Everybody's been waiting. We all knew it was going to happen. Ever since they were like, please let us use long-range weapons. Just been waiting for Biden to go, okay, I'll just sign right here on the dotted line. What's this for, Linda? Oh, it's for the kids? Okay. While other people run the country. This is what you get for voting for that old, crusty ass old man that likes to smell people's hair. I know people are like, oh, look, Joe smiled at Trump. He must have been in on it. He must have been this. He must have been that. This is still the kid grabbing, hair smelling guy that you've been watching for the last 4 years. I don't give a shit who likes him or who thinks he's on the other side. If it's a joke, fine. I don't give a shit. But if you're serious, you're like, no, seriously, he's on. No, he's not. No, he's not. He has had someone all up in his cotton since day one. He couldn't be more of a puppet. And this is what we deal with. This is what we're listening to. This is what we're watching. If you think the woke shit is over, if you think we won, yay, it's not. It's only just started. Why? Money. It's what makes the world go round. Look into money. Look into finance. Look into who's paying for it. Look at where the money's come from and where the money's going. Same thing with Ukraine. Look at the money. Look at who had the money there. Look at who was holding the money there. Look at who released the money because they did what he wanted. They fired the inspector that was looking after his son. It's crazy that the Bidens would have business all up in Ukraine. And then we go to war because of Russia invading Ukraine for whatever reason. And now we've spent hundreds of billions of dollars throwing shit at Ukraine. And there was a lot of people, oh, it's farmland, Loki. Richest farmland, yeah, I get that. But there's more. There's more there. And you know there's more there. You know there is more there. And we're still here. It's November. You've got what? 2 months? 2 months to make it. 2 months. We got to get through December and we got to need January. It's the 19th today. One more day and we'll be at 2 months. 2 months away from all this nonsense going away. Because you know he's going to do it. He's going to sit him down at the table and he's going to be like, this is what's fair. This is what's fair. Fucking deal with it. If you don't, that's when accidents happen. That's when he hands them a picture of their house and goes, this is where you were last night? Hmm? This is where you were? I can end this tomorrow. Cut a deal. You know what's funny? I don't think any president in history has ever just pulled them out and been that honest with anybody about any of it besides him. What is this, Mr. President? This is a picture of my house. Yes, that's what our intelligence service pulled up last night. You were here and you were banging your maid while your wife was out to blah, blah, blah. And he's like, oh. And he's like, all it'd take is one order. I buy a house. So deal. Guess what they did? They dealt. Made a deal. Now we're talking about that with nuclear weapons. That you can't undo the button. Do you want to know why things in pop culture are so huge when it comes to like Godzilla and all that shit? Because it all surrounds itself around this thing that we couldn't undo. This thing that once we did it, even the guy who opened the bay door and hit the button said, "Oh my God, what have we done?" Because he didn't know. He didn't know. Back then, they had commercials. They had this crazy ass commercial where they'd be like, "The new bomb will do this," before, and they got, the propeller plane, right? One bomb could take out a building. Now we're making city busters. And they thought, oh, we're just going to take out a whole city with one bomb, saving the American taxpayers millions of dollars. They had no effing clue. Some people did. But they felt either we do this or the shit continues. So they did it. And then the whole world gasped and went, oh my God. And they started talking about never doing it again. Now, a lot of the scientists in Germany built those weapons, along with Einstein. We got a lot of the scientists, almost all of them. They almost all escaped Germany and came here because they didn't want to deal with the Russians. Because with the Russians, it was going to be, we're going to treat you like shit and you're going to do what we tell you to do. Americans were like, we'll put you in the house. We'll give you a job over at NASA. Come work for us. Huh. Some people know their history. Shellback, Batman, little boy. And we did it. And you know what? No one's been dumb enough to do it again. We've blown some shit up. We've blown up some islands. We've shot some missiles into the ocean. But we haven't done that again. Seen the results of Chernobyl. Yes, we have. Some of that may be true, but I wouldn't bet the farm on it. And that's not even close to a bomb. Think about that, ladies and gentlemen. What happened there was just a radiation cloud. That's it. It wasn't a hydrogen bomb. It wasn't a MERV. What's a MERV, Loki? That was just a plant, a nuclear power plant that was thrown together by fucks that didn't quite know what they were doing. And look at the shit it caused. Look at the people it killed. And that's just the cloud. It's just a cloud. I understand. I'm sure a couple people are like, damn, Loki, you're going dark today. Do you think I want to see any of this play out? Raise your hand if you think I want to see this happen like they want to see it happen. No. No. This is dumb. This is the dumbest shit. But we've had 4 years of dumb shit. They poured trillions into DEI and equity that no one knows where all this money is. No one knows where it all went. You've got hundreds of millions of dollars that was spent on campaign shit for Kamala. They don't know where the money is. They don't know what happened to the money. 100 million a week. You heard that right. $100 million a week is what they spent. And they couldn't win. They couldn't win. What does that tell you? People are sick and fucking tired of this. But you know what? They're looking at it like trillions of dollars. Trillions of dollars. It doesn't matter whether it fails. Have you not learned that lesson from Hollywood? It doesn't matter if it fails. The entertainment industry doesn't give a shit. Why? Because everybody's already been paid. Everybody's already been paid. And they only care about themselves. They don't give a shit about you. They don't give a shit what you want. They don't give a shit what you expect. They're out there ready to subvert your expectations. Well, guess what? This is one big subverting expectation that will start the end of the world. I think humans have this unique thing. There's passion, there's feeling, there's soul. And I could be wrong. I could be wrong about all of it. I believe that people have a soul. I believe that some people don't. Maybe they were born without one. Maybe they didn't have one ready at the time. They show up and they just do some of the most messed up, evil, demonic shit. Anyone who's doing this shit to kids, what we've seen, you all know what I'm talking about, is a heartless, soulless motherfucker. And they offer up their children. I mean, imagine that. This is the new like sacrifice. This is new. Oh, what did you do with your kid, Molly Ringwald? Oh, I sacrificed him up to the woke DEI gods. This is what you do. You put your kids on the altar and you just I mean, imagine that. I thought the Spartans were some no fuck around fuckers. Look, there's a little imperfection on his leg. To the trash bin. Oh, look, they're not the gender I want them to be. To the doctors. This is where we're at. You think any of them give a shit about you, any one of them that are willing to sacrifice their own kids on the altar of all this bullshit, think again. High-speed rail lines that go nowhere, charging stations that never get built, high-speed internet connection that never gets made, Katrina spending, rail lines in Peru. $750 to hurricane victims in North Dakota. Do you know You know that the little town of Harris got its ass kicked so bad from Big Papa Trump that they gave her $750. FEMA gave her $750 because they were like, damn, we feel horrible for you. We feel absolutely horrible for you. It's an 844 number. I ain't answering that shit. I was like, who the hell's calling me? Chat ain't moving. Hopefully it's not Chris Persia going, dude, they yanked the stream. Quit vibrating, son of a bitch. And now we're here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You know what's on the line? All that farmland. All that farmland that BlackRock and the government want. North Carolina got screwed. And what do you say? What do you say when someone's like, you have regrets or second thoughts or wish you could have done something different? No. Seriously, she sat there and cackled and laughed and said, no, I can't really think of anything I'd do differently. Wow. Okay. All right. Okie dokie. You wouldn't do anything differently. So $750 while we spend billions, hundreds of $1 billion. Do you know there's a law? Do you know there's fat. There's fat in everything. Every law, everything you see come down, every congressional bullshit, all of it, there's fat. There's pork. And what is pork? Pork is the money that they're going to get out of this for doing all this. It's like their bonus. It's their cherry on top of the cake that they get. So we're going to spend, honestly, we're going to spend $20 million to study the effect of transsexuals on Egyptian society. And we're gonna spend this $20 million teaching the Egyptian people that they need to be more accepting. I wonder how they're gonna do that. I wonder what money they're gonna spend that on. I wonder how much of that money is gonna go to their friends. Loki, did you hear about the policy of FEMA deliberately passing over known Trump supporters? Yes, I did. If you had a Trump sign in your yard, they passed you. If you had a Trump sign in your yard, why? Because then this is their own words. We were fearful to engage with them. So let me get this straight. You are in a hurricane aftermath. You're in the aftermath of a hurricane. And you want to skip over victims of that hurricane because they've got a Trump sign. And the woman that was responsible for this said, it's like a sign that says keep out. Huh. I wonder if they did that with anybody with a Joe Biden sign in their yard. A lot of this has to do with shame. We want to shame you for being part of Trump. We want to shame you for liking Trump. We want to shame you for voting for Trump. We want you to feel ashamed and bad. And we never want you to do that again. I mean, imagine being so dumb. Imagine being so dumb that you don't realize that the reason why you didn't get the black and Latino vote like you wanted, the reason why you didn't get the women vote that you wanted is because you were totally 100% certifiable batshit loony and a loser. You have pushed and pushed and pushed to the extreme. And then when given the opportunity to go, you know what, I would have done this differently. I might have done this differently. Or I might have changed this. You don't say a damn thing because you can't. Why can't you? Because you're handcuffed by your own rules. You're handcuffed by your own rules. The sheer fucking hubris of these people. Pride. Pride. You will get no help. We will not assist you. We will not act like you exist. In fact, you can leave the country. Go somewhere else. How many times have you heard that before? This is the way it is now. If you don't like it, leave. We didn't leave. And we voted your ass out. And now you're so butthurt. You're scratching your sore ass with a stick. Because we're the ones that are going to be saying no. And do you know what no means? What have you always heard? What have you heard since you were a kid? No means no, right? Now, according to them, no means find another way to get what you want. That's what it means now. Find another way from the person to get what you want. Maybe be a little more forceful. Maybe push a little more. Oh, wow. Are we really going there? Oh, AOC said it. Pop says pork equals political bribes and kickbacks. I detail the millions upon millions of non-medical spending that was in the Obamacare bill, and I was attacked as an ist. We've all got a story. All of us, every single one of us, that connects to being called, having a finger pointed at us, being said, you're the problem. Sure doesn't look like it to me. Looks like we're the ones going, can y'all stop acting like crazy fucks and twisted psychos for all of 5 minutes so we can maybe tone this shit down and chill it out? And you know what we get for it? They, them, blah, 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 blah. If you can't sit down and have a logical discussion without acting like a complete ass face, go do something else. I am sick and effing tired of this bullshit. And they want you sick and tired of it. They want you going through all the motions. They want you ashamed that you are who you are and that you want a better future. Because only their better future is acceptable. Only the Cocteau plan is acceptable. You inspire joy feelings of all those around you. I'm a big pussy, I know it. In the phone booth, nobody likes me. You inspire joy feelings. What seems to be your boggle, sir? Oh my God. If I had been Wesley Snipes, I'd have done exactly what he did. My boggle? How much do you weigh? I'm Assistant Bar. I wear a muumuu. All men now wear muumuus. Ugh. Ugh. You look great today. Oh, that is what you need. You need to go to a phone booth. Well, it's already happening. You don't have to go to a phone booth. Why? Because they didn't think about cell phones. That's the one thing they missed. That's absolutely the one thing they missed in Demolition Man was cell phones. You don't have to go to a cell phone. You know what you can do? You know what you can do? You can go, AI, please tell me I'm special. And you know what the AI is going to do? You inspire joy feelings of all those around you. That's where we're at. Does anybody remember what was it? Replica? Was it Replica, Replicator, whatever the hell it was? This was hot when we were in the middle of the coup, right? So what Replica was, I did a whole show on this back in like 2021, 2022. Replica was an app, and I don't even know if it still exists or not, where you could go in and you could talk to an AI, and they'd be like, "Oh my God, you're so cute. Oh my God, look how big you are." And this is what people were doing. This is what people were doing. Yes, I agree. Dave G. Sound. You want to have something fun, you want to do something fun, get negative at AI that talks shit and hates you. Don't get one that's going to be like, you inspire joy feelings and all around you. I knew Demo Man was coming true when I saw people wearing pajamas to the grocery store because they cannot be bothered to get dressed. God help me, dude. I understand you like your comfy pants, but when I see a bitch in like a sleeping crop top with a big badass in a whale tail and some fuzzy pajamas, I'm like, no. I'm walking through the grocery store, minding my own business, getting my stuff, and it's like, whoa! And you're like, not that way. We'll go around and then we'll check just to make sure that the beast has moved on. Why? Because 99% of them have like bright fucking green or blue hair. And what does that tell you? And it looks like it hasn't been washed in like a week. Like you haven't washed your damn hair in a week. It's nappy, it's nasty, it's greasy. No one wants to see that. And there's always some dumb son of a bitch that's like, you look great. Okay, look, I know the pussy's not that good. She's probably cheating on you and cucking you with another dude. I'm sure she's come home and you've just gone to town on it afterwards because that seems to be the way it works. And you just, but it's not worth all that. Not that. It never will be. And she'll cut your heart out and leave it in front of you just to be like, "Love you, sweetheart." They don't know what love is. They have no idea. Why? Because they were raised by these purple and blue-haired weirdos that hate men. That absolutely hate men. And you know what that usually ends up with for a chick? They end up hating other women. It's funny how that works. They end up hating other women, and then they get, in like women relationship, and they end up hating their partner. Why? There's more domestic violence with couples with women relationships. They don't want you to know that. It's something they don't want you to know. They don't want you finding out. They don't want you talking about. Why is there such an escalation? Because women hate other women. A lot of women hate other women. Now there are some cool chicks. There's some cool chicks that actually can hang out with other women without it being an issue. But for the most part, especially with women that are not competent in who they are, they feel a need to attack other women, to put them down, to drag them through the mud, to make them feel inferior so they can feel better about being themselves. Right there, cotton. Boom. There you go. Because no one hates women more than other women. It's funny. It's funny. You don't hear about that about the other side, do you? With the dude bros. The dude bras. Dude bra, I like totally wanna no. But you don't hear that with the dude bras. 80% divorce rate. Loki, if these women are going crazy because they're afraid of losing their abortion access, they need to be told that if they possessed any amount of discipline, they wouldn't need them. You know what's fucking sad, and I'll leave it with this. I'll leave it with this. There was a girl who fought. She fought 17 minutes? Fought for her life for 17 minutes trying to get a guy off. That guy was an illegal immigrant. That's not anything new. It's not anything we didn't know. It's not some big surprise. I'm not calling every illegal immigrant a horrible person, but this one was. And they had the doors open to them. And they had no idea what this person was or what they were doing while they were here. No, they're swearing off sex with men, Cotton. That's the stip. It's men. They think that all their friends are just going to line up to carpet munch the next 4 years. That's what they want. It's men. They're swearing off sex with men. They're not swearing off sex with other women. They're not swearing off sex with trans. They're not swearing off sex with any of that. It's just men. And they don't consider trans men. So they can go and they can get the D. It's scissor me timbers. It's either scissor me timbers or it's girl boys. It's femboys for the win. That's all they're going to do. Fine, let them. Let them. They're full of shit. Let's be real. They'll find a way. I think a lot of them are. But I think the ones that really believe in this shit, that's exactly what they'll do. They'll go get themselves a femboy, or they'll go get themselves another girl, and they'll happy as a clam. By all means, be happy as a clam. We'll see how long that lasts. Guys, we're gonna get out of here. I don't want to leave you. I tried to joke a little bit. I don't want to leave anybody on a downer today. It's Taco Tuesday. But as soon as I woke up and saw this, I said, fucking shit, it's blind leading the blind. I set this up last night. I had wanted to talk about video games, and I was going to talk about Dragon Age the Veilguard and what a giant poop-tacular shit fest it was. No, I didn't play it, but I've got all the numbers. And then I saw that this morning. I said, fuck it. If any of you are like, I can't, you're talking about war, Loki, and you're talking about this. Something I thought I needed to talk about and wanted to get into this morning. I obviously didn't do it for monetary reasons. But it just worked out the way it did. Blind leading the blind. Almost poetic that's exactly what happened. Guys, I will be over on that game place later today. I think at 1:30. I think they're starting at 1:30 now. Going back and forth trying to figure out the schedule. If you're not subscribed to that game place, go and check them out. And if you haven't gone over to Snowdubs yet and subscribed, he just crossed his 3,000. He's going to be having a 3,000 member event soon. Go and check him out. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, make sure you're subscribed. Ring that bell, because we've got all kinds of shit for you coming up. And Snow's busting his ass, kicking ass, taking names, doing what he does. So make sure you're subscribed. Ring that bell. Guys, I'm out of here. Take care. Be excellent to each other. Always speak friend to enter. And pray. Pray that this shit doesn't end up like I'm guessing it will, because we need some kind of break here. We need some kind of break. And unless we get it, it's just going to be shit. Guys, take care. Have a great one.
These videos are tremendous. Like, comment, and subscribe and hammer that notification bell.